for today's topic. Looking for good old deletion. This guy. This is the one we should talk about today. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here we are again. It is I, the one who haunts your dreams. It is I, the one who uses his environment to delete those that I feel should be deleted. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is me, the Prince of Darkness. Yes, the deliverer of bad news. And I come to talk to you today about the specimen known as Aiden Fucci, or as I like to call him, pure evil. Why, you may ask? Well, because Aiden accepted the love of a demon he could not control. Yes, he accepted that love willingly. He invoked it inside of him. Yes, as a friend would to a friend. But this demon specifically was not one to befriend. But Aiden took him on anyway. Now, Aiden was brought up without the advantages of most kids. He didn't have those advantages. He was brought up by two neglectful parents who were too busy singing to each other's demons to pay him any attention. They were able to say things about him, but as far as them paying him the love that he deserved, he never got that. No. So they weren't able to see the demon brewing in Aiden. It caught them by surprise. They were like, wow, we did not know. I would say Aiden as a child comes from bad stock, and that's why he's perfect ground for a specimen to consume such as a great demon. Yes, he's ultimate. Now, let's talk about Aiden's dastardly deed, shall we? And then after that, I'll tell you about the dirty parts that the news don't tell you. And that's when a child gets involved with a demon that they can't control. I'll also paint a picture for you that will point at the true bad guy, the true bad guy of this story, and why he's untouchable, very untouchable. Here we go. The crime is a simple one. Aiden Fucci was starving for a sacrifice, a victim. What better victim than someone who he really didn't like, but she found him remotely attractive, and that was Tristan Bailey. Yes, he invited her into the woods for a little drug and sex action, and she was fine with it. She thought he was cute. But when he lured her to the woods, Aiden had no need for her. He had a girlfriend. The only need he had for her was to sacrifice her for the demon he held within. And that's what he did. Aiden used a dull knife, hunting knife that he had, and he stabbed this young girl 114 times. Defensive and just regular wounds all over her body, mostly around her neck and shoulders. Yes, a dull knife doesn't really delete instantly, as they say. Now, as they walked to the woods, by mistake, Aiden found himself caught on someone's security camera, walking to the woods. And when he came back, he was walking and he had his shoes in his hand, but Tristan was not with him anymore. Of course, her body was found where they were headed, by the lake. And they knew he was the last person that saw her alive. Now, not only was young Aiden charged with the crime, but so would his mother, because she realized how neglectful she had been as a parent. So she figured she would clean up the crime scene or get rid of the blood stains from his jeans. So she put him in the washing machine, but it was already too late. The cops were on to her, and they caught her and charged her for tampering with a crime. Now, when the policemen went to the lake, they found Tristan's body. She was deleted. And also, they found the knife with a broken tip, the tip that they found in Tristan's scalp later on. That's just how much he put pressure onto her. But she was gone, so there was nothing left of that. Now, of course, Aiden was charged and sentenced. And that was the end of that crime, but not the end of the story. The father wrote a letter to the judge. Now, his actual father, his birth father, well, he's a convict troublemaker himself, so the letter merely was something to make the judge feel guilty and not sentence Aiden to so many years. But who's going to take the word of a criminal who just filled in the blanks to the letter that was sent? You could tell it wasn't written by him. You could look at this guy and tell he doesn't write a letter with any type of cohesive. I will link the letter down in the bio. So the judge blew it off and sentenced Aiden like an adult. Now, that is the crime in a nutshell. And now I ask the helmet of why, who chimes to me. See, you can't hear it because he chimes to a psychotic. I ask him to please tell me the truth. Tell me the alleged truth about this crime. Yes, really. Yes, he does look that way. Ladies and gentlemen, Aiden Fucci. This was a luck shot for the police. If Aiden Fucci had not been caught on that camera, he would have become one of the greatest serial deleters in the world. Never to be caught. He would have been the LeBron James of deletion. Yes, allegedly. Yes. Because this is an alleged tale. But just so happens he was. That is how it works when you absorb a demon. See, I'm a demon absorbed by this host, which makes him a psychotic. Aiden Fucci was a psychotic, and he absorbed one of the worst demons there is. And that demon is the demon of wrath. Yes, Aiden being raised by two rabble-rousers as parents, not really good at anything but partying and drug use. He looked to what he thought would make him special. He wanted to be powerful. And in his quest to be powerful, he reached out to something he truly didn't understand. It sounds familiar, but that is the path of a psychopath. Yes, it is the path that this form has taken, but for some reason, he still has simple control over me. I am a demon. Together, we make a psychotic. Aiden, with the demon of wrath, made a uber psychotic. Yes, Aiden only deleted Tristan to feed the demon of wrath because it kept pushing him and pushing him. The demon does not like to be bored. I told you, he's just like the demon of vanity, but he's not as powerful. Yes, he believes in deleting one person at a time, tearing them to shreds, and feeling their fluids all over his body, tasting it on his lips and smelling it in his nose. The demon of wrath is his only quest is to be fulfilled by destruction. The one thing that's deadly about the demon of wrath is he has no conscience. No, he does not delete people just because. No, he deletes them because the feeling is better than sex. The feeling is better than the love of a mother to him. It is the only nourishment he knows, and when he gets it, he overflows himself with it. Aiden could have just strangled her. He could have just sliced her throat one time, but he stabbed her 114 times. Because that would be the age of the demon of wrath. No, he's older than that. 114,000 years old. Here before everything. He was here. He started it all. And he still spreads a bit of himself to anyone who will accept him. Now it's children. The one flaw of the demon of wrath is inside of a child. There's no control. And, children are sloppy. Aiden was sloppy. He was not the type of child to actually do things to where he wouldn't get caught. He walked her down the street with the camera picking them up as they went along and picking them back. He did not use his environment. If he used his environment, they would have never been seen. I'm not making excuses for young Aiden, but he dealt with something just like I said he didn't understand. They went to his room, and in his room they found a picture. And that picture, ladies and gentlemen, is of the demon of wrath. Yes, Aiden talked to him. It was his friend. Did you know people don't realize even the devil has a good attitude? He doesn't come to you screaming and clawing. He's not an animal. He's just as sophisticated as anyone. You can laugh with him, you can talk with him, but other than that, he's still the devil. Aiden thought he was talking to an imaginary friend who's been with him a long time. And that friend cured Aiden. He groomed him and told him how fun it would be to destroy somebody, to delete them, to mutilate them. Yes, the demon of wrath. He's not as vicious as the demon of vanity, but the demon of wrath believes in enjoying deleting a person because the demon of wrath does not know how to pull back or pull out or anything. He knows how to destroy, how to slaughter and pull apart limbs and blood, and he's just a villain. Still not as bad as vanity because the demon of wrath only deletes one at a time. Yes, he's not hungry all the time because he has to talk young Aiden into what he has to do. And that's why when young Aiden is sentenced, he's shaking his head because he realizes, I didn't do this. It was my friend, the demon of wrath. See, what a demon does, if you're not in a death type situation, a demon will talk to you. It will coach you. It will befriend you. Under that, he still enjoys doing the worst. Yes, and that's the demon of wrath. He prides himself on walking like the devil. Yes. So he talked to young Aiden and talked to him about how fun it would be to destroy someone. Someone that doesn't really mean anything. Someone that really likes you, but you don't really like her. You have a girlfriend already. And that was young Tristan Bailey. Afterwards, well, it's like someone driving your car. The demon takes the wheel, makes you do the impossible, and then he gives the wheel back to you. Yes, Aiden, I don't think normally would pull off this type of stunt on his own. He's not built that way, as some people say. But the demon of wrath loves it. Yes. Yes, he has no consciousness. Yes, he takes no prisoners. He doesn't take hostages. He destroys. And then he leaves the scene to go cover it up. But Aiden was sloppy, and that's why his mother had to help him, because she realized that she had neglected her son. And as some mothers do, they coddle their bad seeds, because Aiden was bad stock. Yes, he was. Prime target for a demon. But this demon was not one that he wanted. This demon is top shelf dirty. Yes. And that is the demon of wrath. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is my story to you, given to you by myself and the helmet of why. Of course, why? Because only the alleged truth can be told to me by the helmet. Yes. Let's not forget that. You have a great day. See you next time.